Hello and welcome to day 55 of the 365-day meditation challenge, where I challenge myself to meditate for 1 hour a day in two sessions of 31 minutes. This is session one. It's quite late. I've been out with some friends. I had two beers and I cannot hold my alcohol as I used to. I dropped a bottle of soy sauce in the kitchen and I had to clean up for myself. I made myself some burgers and I put some soy sauce and some mayonnaise. And unfortunately, I dropped it quite badly, and it dropped, it shattered. It was a glass bottle, and the liquid is so thick and so hard to take off. Fortunately, I have the greatest mop that was ever invented. It's called a PVC mop, and that helps me quite a bit. I bought it because Sophie, my beautiful companion, she used to wet the floor sometimes. So that's why I bought it, because it instantly takes everything away, but not when it comes to soy sauce. It was too thick and too like what's it called? Dense, sticky. And right now I'm going to start the meditation, and we're going to see if, well, I'm not going to start it right now because I want to say something. Last time I was drunk and I meditated. I needed to meditate for 1 hour, and it was the most painful hour of my life. So let's see if it's the same right now, because I have to do two sessions of 31 minutes, and let's start. And there you go. The meditation is over. I got a recommendation. Someone recommended me for a conference to do some video work for them and take some photos at the same time. So video and photos. It was 3 days from now. It was at an ungodly hour for me, early in the morning. So it was at 9 in the morning. That's very bad for me. And the person who called me, a friend recommended me, and the person who called me, the organizer of the conference, was definitely not like they didn't understand anything about video production or photo editing or what it takes. And they were saying, like, you don't need to take two cameras. You can take photos and make videos with the same camera, it's fine. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And they wanted me to be there in 3 days, just out of the blue, in 3 days. So, and then they also wanted me to give them the photos and videos right after the event, like 1 hour or something like that. I was like, you haven't done anything like this before, so I'm gonna charge you double. Almost double, not really double. Double would have been, yeah, no. I will charge you 50% more. Exactly 50. I did the math in my mind. So I'm gonna charge you 50% more because you want me to do a rush job, as in 3 days to be there. You don't know what you are getting yourself into, and you have super high expectations that you want the footage and the photos super fast. So you're gonna be annoying. And I can already tell from all the 300, 400, 500 clients that I had, you're the kind who's gonna be super bad. And I'm gonna like ask for 50% more. So if you say no, then that's perfect. I dodged a bullet. If you say yes, I already took the stress level payment. So I've been burnt by these kinds of people. Like the worst kind of people is the worst kind of clients are those who never ever hired anyone like you to do your kind of service, and they really think that they know everything about it, and they tell you how to do your job. As in, no, you can film with the same camera that you take photos with. I'm like, whoa, what was that? Do you even realize that you're telling me that how to do my own job? I'm telling you that it takes two cameras for photos and for video, and you're telling me I don't have to take two cameras. I'm like, Jesus, no. So first of all, I would have to, the point is that I sold most of my gear, so I would have to rent out some of the gear. So even if we take that into consideration, like just taking into considerations the two cameras, the flash, the light, the microphones, everything rented out, the stands, the light stand, the tripods, just those were like, if you rent them out, even though I didn't even need to rent them, I could borrow them from friends. But if I would rent them out, all the equipment, because that's how you have to do business, like how much do you charge for the items that you bring to do your job for a rent? Because it's not like you can buy video camera for $100, or like like a painting thing that you can buy for like $5, and that's negligible. You don't have to ask for that. But like equipment is always rented. Whenever you go over a certain amount of price, over I think about $500, it's always rented. Doesn't matter. Even microphones that are $200 are rented. They are rented per day. And that's exactly what the business, the industry does. If you want that, you have to take into consideration I'm going to invoice you every piece of equipment that we've used for the shoot, and that has a day rate, and it's about, I think, I don't even remember the what it is, but I think it's, let's see, 10%, 5%. I think it's 5% of the total amount of, let's say, between 5 and 10%. I think it's between 5 and 10% of the equipment. And then you take my hours, and not only my hours, but it's a rush job, and it's a job that requires me to do triple the amount of effort because the client wants the footage the same day. So it's like crazy, crazy stressful. Hey, shut up. So if they said no, I was about to tell them that it's $500. And then at the last minute, I asked for 750. Even for $500, it would have been cheap, and they would have been more towards the. But I asked the rate, like for photo and video for a conference, it's just about there. The photographer is gonna ask you for $300, and the videographer is gonna ask you for about 400, just because the videographer has a bit of a harder job than the photographer, because they need to take care of making sure that everything is super nice and well edited. And because it's sound, video, everything else, a lot of things can go wrong, as opposed to taking a photo and then editing it, and you can take like 500 photos, pick the best 10%, and then just lightly edit them, and that's gonna be fine. But the day rate is just about, that's because it does take a long time. If I shoot 2 hours, it will take me 8 hours to edit. If they want the same day, I have to do the 8 hours in 4 hours and really be like, go crazy, work as fast as possible, and they're not gonna be like really appreciative of the fact that I did that, because they don't really understand that it usually takes a few days to do a proper like edit, and they don't understand how this works. It's not as if you have a speaker or someone who's like super no, you just can't. It's absolutely impossible to do a conference with photo and editing, and photo and video and editing for both, same day everything, for less than $500. And that's why I asked for 750. And yeah, they were like, okay, I'm gonna talk with my partners. And I'm like, fine. They're not gonna message me or call me. And I was thinking while I was meditating, I know it's bad. I was distracted by this idea, but if they call me, I'm gonna tell them like this is too late because it will be too late. I will have to sacrifice more to do the shoot because if they accept it today, then I would have talked with my friends to get the gear. So I would have to rent to see if it's available or to talk with my friends on a short notice. I would have to buy some gear that I sold. So, no, definitely gonna tell them, like, look, sometimes I don't do same day appointments or I don't do next day appointments because you just can't. Like, it takes, it's not as if you are, I don't know, a dog trainer. A dog trainer can go and dog train with just a leash and some food. But I have to carry like a huge bag and get gear and prepare for the shoot before. So you not only have the shooting itself, you also have the prepared to be prepared to set up everything, to have everything that you need, to make sure that you take 35 pieces of gear, 35 pieces of this equipment that you need to make your job, to do your job. So, yeah, microphones, cameras, lights, stands, wires, batteries, all kinds of things that you need. Umbrellas, diffusion, uh, cords that you need in case, like all those things are super necessary, and people really, really don't understand that. You really take quite a bit. You need a prep. You don't only need to uh, be there and just shoot, and that's everything is gonna be fine. If you want to be a professional, you're gonna be a professional and take like almost everything that you need to make the best thing that you can ever do. Well, not really the best, but close to 90% of what you can do. And they asked when they said like you want, oh, just give us the photos right then so we can post them on social media. I'm like, what? Nobody does that. There is no photo. No, that doesn't work like that. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.